compact, capable, and potentially affordable. These three pillars are on which the Indian EV dreams are based on, or at least the dreams of Citroen, as it gets ready to launch this car right here, the eC3. The eC3 is essentially the electric version of the C3 that was launched last year, and Citroen is making some very bold promises. You're watching HT Auto. I'm your host Shubhadeep, and today we are at Vapco Test Tracks near Chennai for this quick-fire first impression review video of the latest from the French manufacturer. The eC3 is an identical twin of the C3, barring the fact that it doesn't have a tailpipe and there is a charging point on the front side. Else, its proportions and styling, the front lights, bonnet, alloy design, and all the way back to the tailgate remain the same. Apart from the E badge on either sides and the eC3 name at the back, there is nothing unique to distinguish this car as an electric. If this translates into keeping the final cost to customer in check, we absolutely do not mind. Step inside and it is a familiar cabin to anyone who has experienced the C3. The large main display screen and the rather rudimentary driver display is carried forward, but instead of the manual gear shift on the C3, in this car you get a drive controller. In terms of space, the eC3 does have a bit more of it than the Tiago EV, thanks to a longer wheelbase. One also sits noticeably higher on the Citroen than on the Tata model. Remember, this car has 15-inch alloy wheels as against the 14-inch wheels on the Tiago EV. Boot space is also fairly decent. On the move, the eC3 is one of the calmest EVs we have driven. This can be a great or not so great factor depending on personal preferences. There is no real instantaneous thrust at the push of the pedal, surprising because on paper there is 143 Nm of torque. The power output of 57 HP and a top speed of 107 kmph means the EV tends to focus on range far more than it does on performance. As for the range itself, the company claims 320 km courtesy an air-cooled 29.2 kWh battery, which is larger than what the two versions of the Tiago EV have on offer. Unfortunately though, Citroen doesn't plan to offer a wall box charger yet, and one will have to rely on a 15 amp socket, unless of course a DC fast charging station is nearby. The ride quality itself seems satisfactory, although there is some amount of body roll on all seats. The suspension setup has been reworked, but frankly, a butter smooth test track isn't ideal grounds to focus on these facets. Now the Citroen eC3 is scheduled for a launch in the Indian market in February, and upon its launch, it will go head-on against the Tata Tiago EV, which is currently India's most affordable four-wheeled car that's powered by battery. Will price play a huge role in the success of this car? Time will tell. We'll just have to wait till February. In this episode though, that's all the time we have. Thank you so much for watching.